In this video, we are going to replicate this beautiful social media app design in React Native. So on my right, this is the app that we are going to build based on this design that's on the left. Alright, let's jump in. To begin, I have my VS Code open. I have created a brand new project using Expo, npx create Expo app, and then I've named my app social app. So on the far left, there is a design that we are going to replicate, whereas in the middle, I have my Android emulator open that we are going to use when developing. So I'm going to break this into three portions. I have this profile at the top, then I have the feed, and lastly I have this bottom tab. So we are going to be working from top to bottom. So in my components folder, let me create a component called profile. So I will then import this component in my app in my app.tsx, bring that in, remove this. So I add a style called container, styles dot container, and I'll give this style a flex of 1. So let me minimize this, let me go to my profile and we begin. So at the very top we have my profile, which is like the title on the page. So we have it up there, but let me give it some styling. Styles dot my profile, then I'll bring it down here. I'll give it a margin top of like 30. Yeah, you can see it's reflecting, and then we give it a font size. Let's give it a font size of 18. Okay, let us make it bold by giving it a font weight. Let's give it around 700, or let's reduce a bit, 600. So then we bring it in the center using text align center, and there we have it. You can increase on the margin a bit. Okay, all right. Then next we are going to add this avatar with the name, the username, and these statistics at the bottom. So to do that, I'm going to start by creating two divs. So this first div is going to hold the avatar, while the second div is going to hold the rest of the content. So let me begin by putting the div that is holding the avatar, giving the image. Then for the source, I have some images that are already downloaded. They're in my assets folder. This is the avatar that we are going to be using. I couldn't find exact images, but yeah, I think this is still usable. So minimize that. We are going to require, it's in let's go back, it's in our assets folder, and then I named it avatar dot jpeg. Then for the styling, we are going to say styles dot avatar. Then we shall come at the bottom, apply the styles. So it has give the width, just give the avatar width of 90. You can see it as I reducing, and then we give it a height of 90 as well. Then we give it a border radius so that it can be round like a circle. Shall give this 90 as well. Okay, but before I proceed, let me give this a padding so that this avatar is not at the very edge of the emulator. Have some space, just like you see in that design. So I'll give all these styles dot container. So at the bottom I'll come and include the styles. So I'll give this padding horizontal, I'll give it 20. Create some space. Okay, so avatar is done. So let us come on to this text right here. So it is going to be held in this second div. Shall begin with text, and then I'll Mandy Portman. I'm going to first include all the text, and then we shall start it at once. So this is the username at Mandy Portman. So for this starts the friends, followers, and following, I'm going to create a view that will then hold 3 views to represent the friends, followers, and following, and then those 3 views will then contain text for the different categories. So these are friends, 120 friends. So I'm going to just copy this, input them here, put them here. So we have, this is 12k followers. This is 280 following. So that is all for the text. Now it's time to style. So to begin off, all this image in this style, it is in one row. So I'll come and first do that. Say styles dot profile row. Start the profile row, and then I'll use the flex direction of row. Yep, as you can see, it is now in one row. So let's go back. Let's go this. So we are going to give the image container or this image a flex of 1, and then the text we are going to give it a flex of 2 or 3, depending. Let's see. Styles dot avatar container. Avatar container, we'll give it a flex of 1. Yep, just push all these contents to the extreme right. That we are going to fix that by applying a flex on this as well. So styles dot let's call this info container. Yeah, naming I think is the hardest thing in computer science, but let's just go with that. Flex, let's give it a flex of 2. Alright, so however, as you can see, there is some noticeable space between my profile and Mandy Portman, so it has to be the same. Shall come to this profile row and give it a margin top of 130. Yeah, I think that will work. So back to our styling. So let's call it styles dot user. Let's call it username. So for the username, we'll come and give it a font size of 16. Then make it bold. Shall give it a font weight of let's give it 600. Let's make it a little bit bolder, 700. Yeah, that's it for the username. So you can come to this and call it the handle. The styles dot user handle. Shall put it exactly below username. So for the user handle, I think shall just change its color. So I'll give it a color, give it a soft color of, let's say, gray. Yep, cool. So the username and handle are done. Now next to the statistics of friends, followers, and following. As you can see, all this is one column, but we want it in a row form that will then have 3 columns. So let's call this style equals to styles dot stats container standing for statistics, which is a friends, followers, and following. So that's container. I'm going to give it a flex direction of row. Yep, as you can see, it is now in one row, but let us style it accordingly in that it is able to be spaced. So let me justify content, space around. No, you know what? Let me just do it on the. Let me give them specialized style. So I'll come here and I say style styles dot stats card, standing for statistics card. So let me just copy this since they are going to be the same, and I'll apply it to the followers and to the following. So come down here, include stats card, and give it a flex of 1. Yep. After giving this flex of 1, so we want all the content to be centered, right? So to do that, I'm going to say justify content, align items, okay, wait a minute. Okay, how do I do this? That gives a flex of 1, not reflecting. Do I increase this? Nope. Okay, justify content, space between. Yeah, so I've changed from the stats card from flex 1 to justify content to space between, in that have this spacing just like we have in this design. So I think I can go ahead and remove this. We may not need it. So header style, the stats number. So we shall call this styles dot stats count. So we then copy and apply this to all the count, because they are going to have the exact same styles. And then you say font weight to make them bold. Font weight, let us give them 700. Yep. After that, you can come to these titles here. Shall call them styles dot stats desk for stats description. I'll copy this, paste it here, then come to the bottom and give them an appropriate color, which is gray. I'll give it color of gray. Alright, but as you can see, there is some space between the handle and the statistics in this design. So to do that, I'll come to the stats container that holds all the statistics. Then I'll give it a margin top of, let me give it 10. How is it? Yeah, that is fine. So I think this is pretty much it with our profile component. So let's go on to the next component, which is the feed component, which is basically the social media feed posts that will be appearing. So let me just come here and I put feed dot tsx. So then bring this into app tsx. Yeah, so as you can see, we have feed. So what is this feed all about? You can see we have this top bar where we have these icons, and then you have the posts below. So let us begin by designing those icons. So for the icons, we shall first create a view that will then have 3 views to hold each of those components, each of those icons, making these 1, 2, 3 columns. So to begin off, we have the video. We have that video view. So if you're using Expo comes bundled with Expo icons, which are wrap around React Native vector icons. So I'll just use this here and then come back and import our icon. So I'll say import this from, what does happen to our simulator, at expo / vector icons. So I'll open up our simulator, Yep, it's back. So we have that video. We shall then need to give it bring in a photo icon, and I'll do this. Still import this from vector icons, save that. Yes, we have photo icons, and then we need to give it a heart, the heart icon. I'll still import it in. So pass it there. Yep, so that's it. But they are in one row. They're in 3 rows, but we need them to be in one row. So what do? We shall style them and give them a position of flex direction of row. So to do that, give them styles dot let's say icons row. Our emulator keeps on crashing. I think it's downloading something. I don't know, maybe it's updating or something. What is wrong with it? Right, cool. So icons row, I give the flex direction of row. Yep, as you can see, they are all in one row. So I'll give this icon, I'll name this icon styles. Sorry, icon card, as icon card. And then I'm going to give it a flex of 1, and then center the icons. So give this a flex of 1, and then justify content center, or is it align items? I keep confusing the two. It's align items. However, this is touching our profile, but we need some space, so shall give this another style to do that. Let me call this container. So for container, we come here down below, do the say margin top. Let us give it a 20. Not enough. Just give it a 30. Yeah, kind of. Put this here, I think. Yeah, kind of match. Okay, after that, you can see our icons are black, but this is a gray, and we have some kind of light red or something. So I have a color here that I got from the Tailwind site. So in case you find yourself developing and you wonder where I get my colors from, I get these colors from the Tailwind CSS website. where we have a section of colors. There are kind of a lot of colors that I can just copy and use, so I find it easier that way. Alright, so back to our coloring. I'll come and give this a color, give this to this color, which is a light gray, and this is when I call it light red or something like that. So I'll come here and I give it that light red color. Yep, but then also this border down below, the border is colored, so I'll just come and put square brackets here so that I can use more than one style. So I'll say styles dot colored border. So for colored border, I'll come down below, pass a style here, and I'll give it a border bottom width. I'll give it 2, and then border bottom color. Nope, this is supposed to be border bottom color. I'll give it the same color that we passed to this here, right? So yeah, but then on our icon card, okay, let us give it to add such a space. You can give it a padding. Okay, let's give this padding bottom, just give it 10. Yep, 15 maybe. Perfect. Alright, so this part is done as well. Next is to bring in to design this card whereby we have these posts that are showing up. So to do that, we shall use a flat list. Why a flat list is because I have an array, an object array that holds these are static posts, right? So, and I'm requiring an image from the assets folder. These are the images right here, feed 1, feed 2 to 6, and then I have the likes, comments, and views. That's some static data to work with. All right, so flat list. So for the data, it's called feed. It's imported, and then for our render item, I'm going to pass this item, and I will call it feed card. So this hasn't been created yet, so I'll first come to the components folder and create it. So after it being created, I can then import it into our feed component. As you can see, we're already rendering feed card text, which is this right here. So to continue, I will add I had created a type so that I can use some typings using from TypeScript. So I'll call this, no, I'll just come here where I have my item, and I will do this item, then pass my item type, then call it in. Alright, so what do we need? To begin off, we need an image. So we'll remove this text for now, and we'll call in the image from React Native. So for the source, we are going to say item dot image, and then for the style, we are going to say styles dot call this feed image. So let's give this a width of 100% so that it takes the entire width of the screen. So width 100%. Then for the height, shall give it 300. Something wrong with our image. Okay, so the reason our images weren't rendering is because I forgot to pass the item prop in the feed card. Wow. Okay. All right, that's development for you. Let's proceed. But okay, as we go on, let us first create a space between the border and this image. Basically give it a padding. We call that, okay, say styles dot container, and then we come here, we pass our container, shall give it a padding horizontal of 20. Yep, as you can see we have that, and also give it a margin top of 20 still to create some space. Then for the image, you can see this image has rounded corners, so we shall give it some rounded corners. This can border radius, shall give it border radius of 20. Is that okay? Shall give it, how is 15? Yeah, 15 is good. All right, but in this image, as you can see, we have this play icon. So to do that, I'll have to give this image a view, drop it within a view, and then bring in our play icon. So I'll just load it in here, and I'll call ion icons by saying import this from at expo / vector icons. Yep, and here it is at the bottom, but in the design it is towards the bottom left, so we shall give that style, and we shall say styles dot play icon, then play icon, come down here and say position. Shall position it using absolute, so that it's at the top left, but then you want it at the bottom right, so we shall say bottom, let's give it, I don't know what, 10. Yeah, so let's give it also align it to the right, giving it 10. But as we can see, it is black, yet this is white, so we shall give it a color of white. Yep, it's kind of too small. Let's give it a size of 27. How about 30? Yeah, size 30. So we have our image and we have our play icon. Next we come to this bottom row, where we have this stats, the 24 likes, comments, and the views. So come down here. So we are going to divide this into two parts. We have this first column. These icons we are going to group them into one column, and this horizontal more icon into another column. So to do that, let us just create a view and nest it with two other views, and then we first pass that horizontal icon. Yep, so we import this from feather icons, save. Yes, it's there at the bottom, but we can also go ahead and first specify all the other icons. So inside here, we are still going to nest another view that is going to hold the icon plus the count. So we have the heart icon, So for the heart icon, you are going to pass it in here. This is from import type, pass that there, and then you have the count, which is basically the item dot is it called likes. You can come back here and import our type. Item fit type. Yep. So next time we type, we have that lighting dot likes. Yep, at the bottom. So we shall just copy paste this twice. So next we have the comment icon. Shall replace this, import this icon at the top. Shall change this to comments. Save. Next we have basically the views with that eye icon. So shall come and replace this. Put the art design icon and say views. Cool. Now this is we just have one column, so let us align this using alignment of horizontal. So say styles dot starts row, and starts row we are going to give it a flex direction of row. Yep, as you can see, this more icon is one column, and also these icons are in one column. Now to also align these into, shall come and say, shall also give this a styles dot icons container. So icons container shall then give it a flex direction of row still. Yep, they're now in one row, but as you can see, this horizontal more icon, it's at the extreme right. So let us do that. Shall come here and say style is equal to styles dot more container. Pardon me for the names. Naming can be hard at times. So shall give this a flex of 1. Okay. Why is it not reflecting? Okay. I'm not sure what is happening, but let us first start with statistics. Maybe find out. Shall find out. That is quite weird. Right. Let us first deal with these icons at the left. So we say styles dot icon card. These are going to have pretty much the same style, so we'll assign them to all of these. So come down and I say icon card. I'll give this a flex direction row. Okay, then after I'll give it a margin right of 10, not kind of space them, and margin top of still 10, so that they can come. No, the margin top I'll put it on the stats row, since it covers everything that is within this view. Give the margin top of 10, yeah, kind of 10, 15. Give it 15, Yeah, so as we can see, we are getting there, but these icons don't match in size, so let us do that. So let us give this a 23. This is in size. Come on, give this. Why they don't match? Because they have different types. This is end typo, this is font awesome 5, so there can be those variations, but normally if you're using icons in the same size, size issues don't normally come in. This is 23, yeah, around there. So next, as we can see on these icons, the text is so close to the icon itself, so let us give it some styles. Styles dot let me call this what, start count, start count. Copy that, paste that there, paste that there. Okay, start count, then you shall say margin left. Give that a 10. Yep, the 10 too much. Let's give that what, 7. All right. So, however, they are these are black, these are gray. So it has changed that color. And you shall come here and say gray. Same thing with the text. Or the count. So this color gray. So that's raw. Okay. What? It has I don't know. Just file content, space between. Yep, so using just file content space between, we have been able to push this to the extreme, extreme right. All right, so next shall come at the bottom and pass our text, which is the content of our blog post, of our feed. Shall call this content. Can see content is there, and then have the text that says view comments. So just style that, styles dot view comments. Shall give it a color of gray. Color is gray, and then some margin top. Shall give that 10, and then shall style the content as feed content. Feed content. Come at the give it a margin top of 10, even the color. So these were very similar. I could reuse them, but just in case we need to change the style of one, it would affect the other. So I try to leave them as so. So this is our feed. This is how it is so far. As you can see, it is coming out. We are left with the bottom tab. So for the bottom tab, we shall create a component again. Call it bottom tab .tsx. Put that so we can minimize that. So we come back to our .tsx. Say bottom tab. Cool. So shall go back to our bottom tab and give it a style. As you can see, we can't see it, so we are going to style it. Styles dot container, so that we bring it into view container. Then we shall give it a position of absolute, so it is at the very top. So to bring it down, we give it bottom 0. Yep, you can see bottom tab at the bottom. So we shall give it a background color of white, but it's not going all the way. It's not covering the entire width of the emulator, so we shall give it a width of 100%. Then we shall also give it a padding, so that we give it some height. Let's give it 10. Cool. Now our bottom tab has 3 icons, so to do that we shall create a view, actually 3 views. Now for each view we shall then pass in the appropriate icon. Okay, so for the first, I couldn't find that first icon, that represents some sort of lightning or something. I couldn't find it, so I just replace it with the home icon, which I'm then going to import here using import. Let's get this structuring from that Expo / vector icons. Yep, as you can see, it's at the bottom. Then next we have our comment icon that I am going to bring in. Comment icon, bring in front of some. Bring in front of some. Then last but not least, we shall bring in the person icon. Then we shall also import it from vector icon. Yeah, so to style them, we shall come back to our container and give this a flex direction. No, let's create a view, an independent view, that we style it. So we shall call this styles dot tab container. Come at the bottom, tab container, give it a flex direction of row. Yep, so come back here and style this. For the styles dot tab card. Since these styles are going to be shared, I'll copy and paste it there as well. Come here and assign it, give it a flex of 1. Then justify content center, or is it align items? I keep twisting those two, justify content center, align item center. But anyway, so to give this a color, we have some light gray color code that I am going to pass to the first two. Yep, and this we are going to pass, of course, our light red. Give it that, but as you can see here, we have some kind of grayish background on the profile tab, and then also the text profile. So I'll come here and I'll open up this text. I'll type in profile, and then I'll also first come here, give it a style dot prof text for profile text. So prof text, I'll give it a color. Yep, but it's not styled well, so we must let's give it some square brackets so that we can import more styles. And then we shall say styles dot prof container. So for prof container, first we are going to give it a background color. We shall use still our light gray. Okay, so it is taking the entire width, so let me first disable this, and let me see, align items, justify content, space between, justify content, space around, actually, yeah, justify content, space around. So I think we shall leave that tab card. We shall not give it styles. So I didn't want, when I give it a flex of 1, it will take up this entire space just the way like it had did. But here it now gives us that kind of, it takes up the width, only the width is covered by the content. So I'll give it a background, and then I'll say, I'll give it a flex direction of row. Then I'll give it a padding vertical, some space between it. I'll give it 3, and then I'll give it a padding horizontal. I'll give it 10. I'll increase this to 5. Then I'll give it some border radius to make the edges curved. I'll give it let me give it 15, and also justify content center or align item center. Yep, so that everything is on the same line. Then for the text, I'll create some space between the text and the icon, so I'll give it a margin left of 5. Yeah, so I think that's it. This gray seems to be kind of dark. Maybe I can look for a gray that is not as dark. Yeah, that is almost close enough, but let me put this. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and give me a like. You can also leave a comment in case of any down in the comment section below. Yeah, see you in the next one. Cheers.